It is Q4 2024, and one of the biggest things that becomes a worry for some print-on-demand sellers in Q4 is shipping cutoff times. So in this video, we're going to take a look at locating your most important shipping cutoff times, and then how you can notify customers in your Etsy shop what those cutoff dates are, including the sort of extreme step that I go to after a certain point in December to help make sure I don't have to cancel a bunch of orders later. So let's dive in. All right, so let's dive into the two steps that we have here. Step one is identifying what the cutoff dates are. So for step one, identifying the actual cutoff dates, there are a couple ways that you can go about it. You can go out to each individual carrier's website if you know which carriers your print-on-demand provider uses. So if you use USPS, FedEx, DHL, if you know the carrier that your providers are using, you can go straight to the source and find out what they have for their cutoff dates. However, your print-on-demand platform like Printify or Printful, they will also publish the important cutoff dates for you as well, which makes it a lot easier when they centralize the information. Like on this page here for Printify, I will link to this page in the description. If you are a Printify seller, this page is very helpful because it's not just the cutoff deadlines for 2024, it's also the page where you can see their network provider status. So for example, with your US-based print providers, you can go through here and see the status of everybody and see whether they have production delays and what their average production time is. This is something else that is important to keep an eye on in the fourth quarter, because you might need to adjust the production time estimates in your shipping profiles if anybody runs into delays. All right, but let's get back to the shipping cutoffs here. If we go back to this section, if you use Printify, there are some special programs that they have separated out here. So they've broken this down by economy, standard, and priority shipping and the type of program. So this special program here lists out TikTok, Printify Express, and Printify Choice. Express and Choice are two programs that Printify offers. So if you use Printify Express, then your cutoff is December 16th in order to receive an order by December 24th. If you use Printify Choice in the United States, the economy option is December 5th and the standard option is December 10th for your cutoff dates. And you have different dates here for delivery if you are shipping to other countries. And then as we scroll down, we have individual listings here for all of our print providers. So if we expand US-based print providers, we can locate the print providers that we use and identify their cutoff dates. But for example, I'm going to scroll down until I find Monster Digital because that is who I use for pretty much all of my t-shirt, sweatshirt, and hoodie fulfillment. All right, so here is Monster Digital. For USA, they do actually offer both economy and express shipping. So we have December 5th for economy, December 10th for standard, and December 13th for express shipping. Now, if you sell a variety of products in your shop from different print providers, what you're going to want to do is find the cutoff date for all of them for whatever shipping method it is that you use as sort of your standard. I use standard, not economy, not express, but just the regular standard shipping option. I'm going to have to go through and find what that cutoff date is for, say, mugs, because I sell a lot of mugs, for things like stickers, because I do sell stickers. And once you find all of these dates, you can keep them organized in like an Excel spreadsheet, or you can literally just write them down on a piece of paper, because what we need to do is find who basically has the earliest cutoff date, and that's what we're going to use. Now for my mugs, I use District Photo in the United States, and their cutoff date is December 9th. So to keep this example simple, let's just say I sell t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and mugs in my print-on-demand Etsy shop. And between these two print providers, one of them had a cutoff of December 10th. The other one has a cutoff of December 9th. That means I am going to use December 9th as the cutoff date for my orders in my Etsy shop. Now, you could communicate them separately based on the product type. However, just to keep things simple for yourself, I like to just pick the earliest date and choose that as the cutoff date that I share with customers for any order that they place. I do sell also in Canada, the UK, and Australia, so I'm going to use the dates here for my international orders. And I'm basically just going to, again, pick the earliest one. So I sell between UK, Australia, and Canada, and it looks like November 21st is the latest date for that delivery by Christmas for Australia. For my t-shirt, sweatshirt, hoodie orders for Monster Digital, and for District Photo, it looks like it's the same dates, November 21st. Okay, so we've identified the cutoff date that we want to use for communicating to our customers. Now, step two is how do we actually make customers aware that that is the shipping cutoff for our orders in order to get them before December or by December 24th? Now, one thing I want to mention that's not here inside our Etsy seller dashboard that I do want to mention is if you have an email subscriber list. So if you get customers signed up for an email subscriber list, then you send them a newsletter and special offers and things like that, definitely send an email to your subscribers letting them know that the order cutoff is, in this case, in my example, it's December 9th, and after that, you cannot guarantee delivery by December 24th. But now directly on Etsy, we have a few things that we can do here. The thing that I do as we get very close to Christmas might be a little too extreme for some people, but let's talk about the easy, quick ways to do it first. So the first way to do it is to use your shop announcements, and this is on your shop homepage. As you can see, I have an announcement back from when we made a video about signing up for an email subscriber list. It was last updated in August of this year, and it's just telling everybody, hey, sign up for my email subscription. But during the fourth quarter, I like to replace this message with anything to do with order cutoffs and shipping dates to keep in mind. What I like to do with the shop announcement here, I can come back to my dashboard and click on the pencil icon to edit that, and then it gets me into this editor view. This is one place. There's actually another place I'll show you in just a second where you can edit this, but right on when you're editing your shop homepage, you can click on the edit button here for the announcement. And here is where I will paste in this information. So I usually paste in something that looks like this: holiday shipping deadlines, USA orders December 9th, international orders November 21st. Orders placed after these dates may not arrive by December 24th. And I will click save. And now this is the announcement message that shows on my shop homepage. The second place that you can edit this is under the settings option on your seller dashboard. If you click on settings there and then go to info and appearance, there you will have some options to edit things that show on your shop homepage, including the shop announcement. And you can also edit it here. All right, so that's the shop announcement. And this is definitely an easy, quick and easy place for you to put these holiday shipping deadlines. However, it does depend on a customer coming to your shop homepage to actually see this announcement. And that's for print-on-demand sellers. A lot of us sell through search results, not through people coming to our shop homepage. So a lot of people are not going to see this announcement. For example, if someone was just looking at this meowy Christmas sweatshirt from my shop, they would not, anywhere on this page, they would not see the announcement that I just put on my shop homepage. So we definitely still want to try to communicate even more to customers who are just looking at our individual listings. And this is where my 3-stage plan comes into play. Because we can only control so much on Etsy. Etsy does not allow us to do too many things, one-off. You have to use, the tools that are available to you, and that's pretty much it on Etsy. So stage 1 of my plan is exactly what I just showed you. I send the email to my subscribers, and I update my shop announcement. Now, stages 2 and 3 are based on timing. I wait until the end of November, actually after Cyber Monday, Black Friday. After that weekend, I will go to stage 2. And stage 2 involves adding a top item into my descriptions for all of my listings in my shop. And yes, we are getting into something that some people may not want to do, but this is something that I personally do, and I'm just telling you what I do. So let me just show you what I do, and then if you're not aware of why some people may choose not to do this, I'll explain that part. So we come back to our seller dashboard, and I go to my listings page to view all of my listings. And then what I do is I use the bulk editing feature here, and I check the box, and then I select this little arrow. And if you have multiple listings on multiple pages, because you have hundreds of listings, then you're going to see an option on this little dropdown that says select all listings on all pages. I choose that option, and then I come over to the editing options and I select edit descriptions. Now it will update with an example here, a sample of one of your product descriptions below. And then what I do is I choose add to front. I want to add this at the beginning of my description. And then what I do is I paste the exact same information that we just put in the shop announcement. And it will look like this. The very beginning of my description will show holiday order deadlines with the USA and the international information. And then I hit enter to put a space after it, so my real description begins after that. And if I were to scroll down here and hit apply, it would add this to the beginning of the description for every single product listing in my Etsy shop. Now, this is something that I've been doing since I think the second year that I've been selling print on demand on Etsy, which was back in 2021 was the second year for me. And the reason why some people may choose not to do this one is because Etsy does use the beginning of your listing descriptions for keyword matching with search queries. So when a customer searches for something, Etsy uses several things to determine if your listings belong in the search results. That includes the words that are in the title of your listing, words that are in the tags of your listing, and the beginning of your product description. They only use the first couple of lines here. Now, from the information that is shared in Etsy's seller information and on the things they do at Etsy Up and stuff like that, my understanding is that the listing description is not one of the higher weighted items in those criteria. I believe they give higher weight to your listing title and tags than the description. However, that, how that algorithm works is subject to change, and they're not going to tell us the weighting of each thing specifically. So some people may choose not to do this one just to make sure that they're not throwing off the Etsy search algorithm for their listings in the fourth quarter at an important time of year. I am just telling you, this is one thing that I do. Once we get to the end of November and there's very little time left to place an order, like a week and a half to 2 weeks, I like to add this into all my listings because I really don't want people to place an order if it's not going to arrive on time. I really want people to be aware of this. So that is why I believe it is important to put this information as many places as possible to prevent somebody from placing an order that ultimately they're not going to get when they want it, and they just will be unhappy. So that's why I do it. I go in here and I click apply. And then what I do later after the holidays are over is I come back here and I edit the description by using the delete option. And then I will paste in the exact text that I want to delete, and it removes it from all of my listings. And it goes back to bringing the normal description up to the top. So it is a very easy add and remove process. You just have to decide whether, if you think that's too risky, that's totally fine. It is your decision as the business owner. I'm just telling you what I do. All right, so that was stage 2. And as I said, stage 2 comes after Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. And now I've got it in my shop announcements. I have sent multiple emails to my subscribers, and I put that disclaimer at the beginning of every product listing. Stage 3 only begins after December 20th. December 20th to December 25th specifically. I actually send an individual message to every single order that comes in. So for this order here, let's use this one as an example. Let's say this order just came in. This is completed. I don't have a brand new one in my POD Insights tutorial Etsy shop here. So we're going to use this completed one as the example. Pretend this one just came in 5 minutes ago. This order came in. I come to this order and I use the option here to message the buyer. So I will then paste in a message. I have this saved in my snippets down here, Etsy calls them. If you click on this, this is basically like a saved template. And you can see I've got one here called Christmas orders because I saved that for myself as a template. You can hit the save a new snippet if you've written something out up here, but I can reuse mine because it's already in here and I called it Christmas orders. So here's the message that I'm sending. It just says, thank you so much. I'm reaching out to all customers who place an order from December 20th to the 24th. I actually do it till the 25th, so I could change that. And I say, just to make sure you're aware that your order will not arrive before Christmas. If you're okay with that, great. If not, please let me know within 24 hours and I'll cancel your order and provide a refund. After 24 hours, I can't guarantee that orders can actually be canceled. Thank you for your understanding and happy holidays. And then I will hit send. So it's a pretty quick process. I have to open each order. I click on message buyer, and then I add my snippet here with 2 clicks, and then I click send. So it is a few clicks, but because I'm not manually typing or pasting, it's pretty quick. Now, you would think that somebody placing an order on December 20th or December 21st from an Etsy shop would understand that it is not going to arrive before Christmas unless they paid extra for express shipping, right? However, every year when I do this, I get some people responding and asking to cancel the order. So that means they are paying no attention to the estimated arrival dates that Etsy shows them or any of the information that I put on the listing. And they're just blindly ordering it and believing it's going to come in time, and it is not. So I do this every year for that few day period just to make extra sure that I'm not going to get a bunch of requests to cancel orders on December 25, 26, 27 when people didn't get something by Christmas. All right, so that was stage 3, and it is only a few days, but that might be a little bit too much work for some people. I understand that. Again, it's totally up to you what you like to do as the business owner, what things you think are the right choices for you. But that was my 3-stage process. I send emails and I put it in my shop announcements. That is stage 1. Stage 2 is adding it to my listing descriptions at the end of November. And stage 3 is to send a message to every order that I receive between the 20th and the 25th. And then after Christmas is over, I go back to normal processing for everything. I update my shop announcement again. I remove it from my descriptions. And of course, I don't send a message to every single order. So that'll do it for this video. I hope that was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if you have any other best practices to share about how you notify customers of these important order cutoff dates to help avoid issues for your print-on-demand shop. Don't forget to subscribe to the POD Insights channel if you have. Thank you so much for your support. Happy selling in the fourth quarter. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.